Welcome to our first Love and Peace in Companies Live in 2024. I do not know if you've already been watching the stream and maybe you heard or you didn't that something had fallen down. And so I was so astonished that I kind of instinctively stopped the recording or it's not a recording, my live message, my live stream. And yes, so in my opinion, that was something that had never happened before. And I hope that I could manage, and I hope that you now can see me live here on the stage. So how did your 2024 start? I really wish you that everything that you wish and desire, everything that you want to reach as a goal or as a milestone, maybe in a project, that you will reach it. And I also would like to let you know what I do for my own success story. I really love to use the time between Christmas and the beginning or the middle of January to really think what was good in the last year and what do I want to achieve in the next year. And I always create something that's called a vision board. I directly have to admit that I do not immediately reach all of my goals to 100%. So why should you set goals? I really have to say as well that many of the goals I've achieved, some maybe to 80%. And some years ago, I really was insecure. Should I really set goals? Does it make sense? And after several years of setting goals, of putting intentions, I really know that it works. And so every year I take a big piece of paper. I visualize my goals, so I put photos on it. Sometimes I'm also writing something, and then I'm putting this so that I can see it from my desk. And in my opinion, this really has an impact on me, because every time that I kind of get up from my chair, also when I'm sitting here on my desk, I see them. I also would like to tell you about another example, something that I did last year in summertime, in autumn. I had several ideas of things that I wanted to do. And I don't know, maybe you know this as well. Sometimes I really do not know exactly where to start. So in my opinion, it's always good to start with the first step. And it's not so important what it is. It's important to take the first step. So what I did was I took a very big piece of paper. I took some self-sticking notes, and I wrote every idea that I had on these self-sticking notes and put it on this white piece of paper. The white piece of paper was at the backside of my door to my office. And I have to admit, I didn't look at them so very often as maybe I should have done. And then when I was in the process to plan my year 2024, I had been looking, and I really wanted to see which of these things that I'd written down I had not yet reached. And to tell you the truth, about 80% of the things that I had written down on this post-it notes, that was already realized, even though I hadn't seen it. And this really convinced me that it's really good to ask myself, what is really important for me in the year ahead? And sometimes for me it is, or several years ago it was, that I was asking myself, is this really a wish that I can have, that I should have? Why not? In my opinion, I can wish really everything. And the important thing is that it is in alignment with my, let's say, my principles. And my principles with Love and Peace in Companies is that it's always appreciative and peaceful, not only towards me, but also towards others. But if this is kind of, for me, I don't question it. It's kind of in my blood and bones, so that I do not have to think about it. But within this, for me, it was already a great step to tell myself, Annette, you can write down every wish that you have, and then let's see what will be the result. My experience also is that it's good to write the sentence in present tense, so that I do not write down I want to maybe hold more speeches in 2024. I write down I have hold more speeches, so as if it has already taken place. There are studies that show that the brain cannot distinguish between things that are real and things that exist in our imagination. And as to imagination, in my opinion, it's always very good to think about manifestations and visualizations. So if I visualize something and if I manifest it, it's not only with my eyes, so that I already see me in a certain situation. It's also that I hear something, maybe somebody talking to me, or maybe the audience applauding. And then there is a certain smell that comes to my nose. There's maybe something that I can feel on my tongue, something, a taste, and something that I also can feel with my hands. So these are really the things that I do. And beside this, for me, it's always very important to be open also to things that I cannot yet think of. So, for example, at the beginning of last year, on my vision board, I'd written down something as to English books. And maybe you can see it in the background. I have made a contribution to this book last year. It was the #1 Amazon bestseller. Marie Diamond was the publisher of the book. And at the beginning of last year, I wouldn't have thought of such thing happening. The Greek called it kairos. And what they mean with it is that this kairos, he was symbolized in Greek mythology, was somebody who had a pigtail in front. And it was very important, so when he appeared, to kind of grab the pigtail immediately, to kind of grab this great opportunity and not to wait too long. In the back of his kind of body, it was the body of a horse, he had very sharp kind of wheels. And so to touch this kairos at a later moment, it would not have been good, because you would hurt yourself. You would have cut yourself. So that's one thing. The next one is maybe you have employees. Maybe you also know management by objectives. So what my former boss did, we sat together at the beginning of each year, and we were talking about goals that each of us had. And but we didn't kind of have common team goals. It's really better to have team goals and to also to kind of talk in the team how you want to achieve the team goals, so that you don't have any competition within the team. A colleague of mine, I'd been talking to him, and he told me, yes, that's really what they did in the last year. They had set a team goal, and believe it or not, they had already reached the team goal in September 2023. And he also told me that in the years before, when they had individual goals, they kind of never reached the common goal that they had set for everybody. So it's really worth thinking about setting team goals. In case that you have the feeling that you do not know how to start, just take a piece of paper and write down everything that comes to your mind. And what you can always do is you can always book a free strategic call with me. And it is not important if it's in the phase that you do not know how to start your vision board, or if you've already started and you do not know what the next step might be, or that you would like to have some support as to your focus and as to your priorities. You can always book one of these free strategic calls, and then we'll talk which might be the best support that I can give to you. So please feel free to just contact me. I'll be very happy to stay in contact with you and to hear or read something from you, be it on one of the platforms, be it that you send a direct mail to info@Yourney, so my last name, .eu. And so there are many possibilities to really get in contact to each other. I'm streaming this on LinkedIn, Facebook, and YouTube. You can also get in contact with me on these platforms. And I'm now telling you a secret. I've prepared several things already for this year, and I will let you know. I will let you know in this stream. And there might be also some posts on several media, what I've prepared for you to bring even more love and peace to companies and also to this world. This is really one of my big wishes for this year, that we will have more peace all around the world. And you know what I say, that it always starts with me. So that's everything that I can influence. And that's really what I would like to inspire more people with, to really make a first step into being more peaceful with myself, with yourself, and thus being much more peaceful and appreciative with other people as well. There's another thing that I want to do in my stream this year. I want to invite guests. Maybe you've already seen that the announcement for this stream. It has now another look. I have kind of a corporate design for this announcement as well. And I will start interviewing people. There will be German interviews translated into English. There will be English interviews translated into German. So in case that you would like to be my guest on one of the interviews, please let me know. Please send me an email. Please send me a message. And maybe you also have somebody of whom you say, oh, I really would love to see this person. Then let me know as well. And together with your proposal, whom you would like to be interviewed from me, you can also send me questions that you would like me to ask this person so that you get the answer. I'm very much looking forward to everything that's going to happen together, and from each and every one of you and of us. I'm wishing you a great time, and see you next time on Wednesday in Love and Peace in Companies Life.